conference will now be recorded.
Referred by Venkat. Okay. Yeah, it seems few more guys are joining. I think maybe few more people will also join. But yeah, let's get started. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for your quick introduction. I see a few people who are from previous batches of MDM training. There are a few people who are new to learn on the this ETL course. Yeah, it's a mix of. Yeah, we'll record this session, whatever the demo session, and we can share this. Maybe who are not able to join, or maybe who will be interested, maybe we can share this demo class with them. Uh, yeah, at least to get an idea of what is this training all about and what they can learn from this training. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Yeah. To start, yeah. So you many of you know, as you already mentioned, you were from previous batches. We are doing this training since from last 3 years, and majorly we were giving training on Informatica MDM on-prem version. That's what till now we were doing, and almost 16, 17 batches is what we completed. And just last week only the last batch got completed. Right now we are trying to get into the cloud version of Informatica platform, which is IACS, which recently now they are calling it as IDMC, Informatica IDMC platform. Okay, which is an Informatica cloud platform where we have multiple services. So yeah, we because nowadays the demand on demand going on the cloud based services, cloud based solutions, right? Cloud platforms. So anyways, whatever the Informatica they had an on-prem, they have in the cloud platform as well. This training, especially what today we will go through, this is Informatica cloud platform CDI training. CDI is nothing but cloud data integration, which is an ETL concept. Okay, yeah, that's what this training all about. That's what we will go. And this training we are executing, we are doing under Data Spring. It's a it's a registered company. Yeah, we do under this company. We are already doing the trainings, and maybe we will continue doing these trainings and also consulting, and especially on the data engineering area. This is what our main area. That's what this company deals with. Yeah, and this is a now it's a registered company. So earlier, though we were doing, but it was not tagged under any uh, uh, platform. Now this is the platform, registered platform. So we will be doing this training and consulting on the data engineering area. Okay. Okay. Now getting into actual content. Now whatever we are going to learn, ETL or CDI, whatever we are talking about, it deals with the data. Okay. Why? Why we need to deal with the data? What is the so importance of the data, right? So whatever data engineering, nothing but it's a vast field. It's not a simple course or it's a just a one skill or two skills. Yeah, I can learn. I can say it's a data engineering. Nothing but it's a, I mean, set of technologies. It's a vast field, right? Which mainly deals with the data. So yeah, in the next slide there is a another slide where we have major two tracks, which is data engineering and data scientist, right? These are the two major tracks. So though it's a bigger areas which deals with the data. Why data is so important, right? So first you need to understand why this data, what we are dealing with, what we deal with using various technologies or various tools, why that is so important. That's what the background first we need to understand, right? Yeah, just I put up very few points. There are even I put up here seven uh, top points. Even there are many other points. Yeah, why data is so important to understand. Even more than that, there are so many points. But yeah, I put up a few points to understand. Okay. Nowadays, data for any organization, it's like a money. It's like a fuel. Without money, I mean, without fuel, yeah, you can't run any whatever vehicle, right? Similarly, without data, nowadays we can't run any organization, any company, any business. That is where data is very, very important. It's equal to, yeah, data is equal to money. As simple as that, right? If there is no data, you can't earn money. You can't run your business. That's where we are at today's trend, right? IT is sorry, data is not IT asset. It's a business asset. So few years back, maybe some 10 years back, a decade back, okay, data means maybe even if you go 2 decade, 3 decades back, data was I mean business they were not much caring about data. Maybe they were writing somewhere in the manual ledgers. Maybe they were maintaining somewhere. Maybe whenever it is very important, they were referring. That's what the situation was maybe few decades back. Today, data is a business asset. So there is a lot of difference between when I say data is a IT asset, data is a business asset. There is a huge difference. Business asset means companies are ready to invest lot and lot on to maintain their data, right? So that's where the ownership changed from IT to business. Now data is a business asset. That means there will be for every whether it's a small organization, mid-sized, big organization, the may the major focus will be on the data, and companies are ready to invest to implement what are the data management practices, data management solutions, whatever it is related to MDM, maybe CRM data, it's SCM, supply chain data, whatever data it is. So they will invest a lot. They need to. Instead of saying they will invest, they need to invest because that is the situation now for any organization to sustain in the market. So data is the key for any decisions, business growth, right? To make a next year plan, to make quarterly plan, to make a future plans, right? Without data, you cannot make any plans. Without data, you cannot take any decisions, right? So, this I am talking about at the very high level, organization level. Without data, even at the top level management also can't do anything. They can't take right decisions. No right decisions, you can't. No right plan. No right plan, you can't achieve what your targets are. So it's a impact on the reverse side. And nowadays AML, maybe everyone might be aware of that, how the trend going on AML. For A and ML, data is without data there is no AML. AML works on data. If you are not giving right data, A and ML also will do wrong things. So that is why getting the data, I mean keeping the data the way it is required for AML as an input is also very, very important. Without that, yeah, AML will not work as expected. This point is also very, very important. Okay, efficiency for any organizations to optimize the process, to reduce any operational costs, right? How do you do all those things, right? Optimize process to reduce operation. How do you do all those things? By looking at the data, right? So these are all maybe at very high level points. Maybe few who are maybe freshers may not be able to visualize at this level, but you can understand the importance of the data at the top level, not at the bottom of the organization. At the top level, the data is important. If it is important at that level, yeah, organizations are ready to invest more and more and to maintain data. That's what I want to give clear message out of this slide, right? Why data is so important. Yeah, these are all the key points. for any innovations, right? Any new product, services, any business models. Let's say today, what are the top companies, right? Mm, Take a any electronic company, Samsung, Apple, right? To make any new products every year, every quarter, maybe every half year, they will be launching new products. For that, they need a lot of data to plan to come to the market with what features I have already, what new features I need to. These are all related to the data analysis we need to do. To do that analysis, you should have data, right? For innovations, also data is important. Customer insights, right? What does mean by customer insights? How happy customers are with our products? What extra features they are looking for? Currently, my product version is this, and how can I improve this to the next level? Right? I want to understand that from the feedback. Yeah, now you might be seeing, right? Everywhere we give the reviews. Based on the reviews only, we will go for restaurants, shopping. Maybe I will go for some product. Even if I am doing online shopping, I will see the reviews, right? Where the data is we are maintaining, how we are collecting the data. So these are all the customer insights data is also very important for our next plans. Risk management, right? Detect anomalies, frauds, potential threats, right? For your business, whatever you are doing the business, right? If there are any risks to the business, right? Yeah, we need to identify that much before getting into the actual issue. We need to identify to eliminate or to mitigate the risk, right? For all these areas, data is very, very important, right? Though there are even more points, but I put it few points. Even you can search in the Google why data important in the current trend, right? You will get even more and more points. Okay, yeah. Just I want to give because as we by doing this training, you are getting into data engineering area. When you are getting into data engineering, you need to know the basics of what is mean by data engineering, right? I need to learn ABCD before making any words or making any sentence in English, right? So data engineering means you are dealing with the data. So what is data and what is so important? Yeah, you should have that background. That's what this slide says. Okay, maybe I will quickly move to the next slide. Maybe I will pause after some time for any questions. Yeah, now you see this slide explains you data engineering versus data scientist. Yeah, there are many people who will confuse between these two areas. Okay, yeah, I'm doing data scientist course, right? What is data science deals with? What is data engineering deals with? Just I put up high level skills or technologies which deals with what, right? If you see here, ETL, data quality, MDM, database, RDBMS or DBMS, programming, which can be Python, Java, data modeling, data warehouse concepts, right? Big data technologies, which process huge volume of data, cloud era, cloud-based ML and data analysis, data integration. These are all deals. These are all the skills or technologies which we use in data engineering to do or to implement the data engineering projects. Similarly, on the data science, you should have statistical knowledge, deep learning, machine learning, NLP, natural language processing. You should have Python, programming, Python or R, DBMS skills, right? BA and analytics, data visualization, data exploration. So, what are the clear segregation between these two is data engineering team or the skills will be used to extract the data from sources. You do whatever the transformations and you maintain data in the quality or clean format. That data is the input to data science people who do more data analysis. Data science is nothing but doing the data analysis to generate the reports. That reports could be related to your financial, your forecasting, how your organization is performed in last months or a few years, and what will be the next future plan, what is the next year plan, what is the next 5 years plan. To generate these kind of reports, data analysis is the data science is the guy, data scientist is the uh, a person who will do all this data analysis. But from where we need to get the data, if the data quality, whether the data is correct or not, whether data quality is up to mark or not, uh, and all, it's not related to data science. That needs to be done by data engineering. In this bigger umbrella, in this training, you are going to learn this green colored one, ETL, extract, transform, load. Though we have, you see here, there are so many skills. Rather, in this training, we will learn this one, which is very, very important skill, which will help us to extract data from certain source, and it will do some transformations, and it will load to the target wherever we mention. Because data will be there in the multiple places in an organization. There will be everyday need data to move between from one place to other place, right? How that will be moved every day, and while moving from source to target, what are all the changes, what are all the transformations we do to the data. That's what this deals with, right? Extract, transform, load, this is one of the concept. ETL is a concept, it's not like Informatica product or Informatica. ETL is one of the concept. To implement this concept, Informatica CDI is one of the skill or tool, which is uh, cloud-based tool, which will help us to do the CTL concept, right? Okay. Just I will pause here. Anyone has any questions? This slide and previous slide. Anyone?
Please feel free to interact. Yeah, if you're not understanding, that's fine. Still, you can ask any question.
Yeah.
Deepika here.
Yeah.
So this ETL course, you would for this, should I know Power Center or it would be
No,
taught
not
from
required.
basic?
No, yeah, that's what I think. Few people will get confused. Power Center is the ETL tool of Informatica organization, which is again the same tool, ETL tool, but which will work on the on-prem, right? So now this is similar product, which will work on the Informatica cloud platform. But what both tools are doing, at the end of the day, both tools are doing the same thing. There is no much difference. Though there are some few more enhancements they have done in the CDI, but whatever you can achieve in Power Center, you can achieve that in the CDA, which will be much better in terms of the performance, in terms of the availability, in terms of integrating multiple source or targets is much better than Power Center. To answer your
Okay.
question, no, you no need to know Power Center to learn CDA, because this itself is the beginning. From here only you can understand this concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Srini, do we need to learn any basics just to start with CDA?
Yes,
Kind of.
yes. There is one slide. Will
Okay.
there will explain what are the prerequisites. Because without any background, okay, can I learn this course? Yeah, that for that question, yeah, there is a slide. We will answer there. Definitely, some you need to know. Maybe the database concepts. You should be aware of that at least. Otherwise, yeah, it will be. I won't say it is difficult, but yeah, you should know, because when you are doing as a development, you should be aware of that, how to extract data from relational data sources. I will tell you, just I will give some example from where and all, at least what backgrounds you should have. I will explain that.
Thanks, Srini. This helps. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on. Yeah. Why we need to learn ETL? Yeah. Now maybe few students who attended MDM training. Yeah. Now they may get the question. Yeah. I learned already MDM. Now again, why I need to learn ETL, right? Yeah. So nowadays in the um, current trend, right? So I know only one skill, right? That will not help. Yeah, it was helping maybe a few years back. Now in this competitive world, yeah, we need to learn multiple skills, right? Though MDM skill is completely different from ETL, what we are talking about now. These two are totally different. But yeah, the coming to the job opportunities, yes, of course you have in MDM, of course you have in ETL. But if you have both together, definitely your profile will be much demand. Okay, I know MDM, I know ETL. Yes, very good. I know ETL, good. I know MDM, yeah, good. But both of it's very good. That's the way we need to look at it, right? Now, in while doing MDM implementations, 99% you will use ETL, because for MDM you need data to be extracted from source and you need to take it into MDM world. For sure, if you know MDM, if you learn this ETL, which will be added advantage, and in this current trend that is required. No, I know only MDM. I don't know about all this thing. Maybe it may not work out, but yeah, you need to know this. Okay. What about the other way? I don't know MDM. I know only the CTL. I'm learning only the CTL. Of course, there is also as a stand, because the CTL is not a new concept. This is there in the market since from, at least as per my understanding, from 3 to 4 decades, right? And this Informatica tool is the number one from last 3 decades. It's a number one tool in the market for this ETL. Though there are multiple other tools are there from IBM, from even SAP Labs, even Mules are there from different vendors. Different tools are there. Though there are multiple tools in the market, this stands the number one in the market. There are so many clients are using today this Informatica product for this ETL. So as a standalone ETL as a skill, yes, you have a demand, and you will have in the future also. Maybe today I'm learning this. Maybe after down the line 2 years, I don't know whether this ETL will be there. No, this, because as demand growing for this data, dealing with the data will be always everyday activity. It's not once a while. It's a everyday activity. So yeah, these are few points I listed over here. Uh, again, it's not all the complete list, but yeah, there are top few points I listed. Why we need to learn ETL? What we are going to do with by learning this, right? Integrate data from multiple sources into single view. This first statement, it's more or less every organization will have this. Should have. They need to integrate their data from multiple points into single view. That's, in fact, it's a everyday activity. Whatever day data is flowing everyday basis, yeah, they should be able to see in the consolidated view. We need to clean and standardize the data for accuracy. That also it will happen during you extract from source, do cleansing, do standardization, put it into the target. Provides reliable data for reporting and analytics. Yeah, analytics and reporting is very major or very important activity in any organization. For that, we need to provide the ETL is the data which, I mean, is the tool which will take the data and give it to you. Automates repetitive data handling tasks. Yeah, I need to load data every day. Instead of you doing manually, you create a pipeline, data pipeline, which you schedule it and leave it. Every day it will take care of that, taking the data from source, doing that whatever transformation, and loading. Yeah, stores historical data for trend analysis. Handles large volume of data. Yeah, nowadays as this social media picks up, every day, I mean, the huge volume of data getting into the internet. Right, I want to deal with huge volume of data. Yeah, the CTL tools will help us. Ensures compliance with business and regulatory rules, especially in the pharma where financial domains, right? We need to follow compliances and regulatory country specific rules and regulations what we have. supports faster and better decision making. Yeah, for all these things, you need to have the data. Yeah, see the last point, career opportunities. Informatica is the widely adopted for Fortune 500 companies. I mean, the top companies even today for this ETL concept, they are using Informatica tool only. The CDI skills are high in the demand for all roles in the data engineering, analytics, and data transformations. Because as it is a cloud based, nowadays many companies projects are we are implementing in the cloud based. That is where the CDI will be more demand compared to the on-prem one. Yeah, this has a more and more demand. So these are all the few reasons why we need to learn ETL. Okay. Yeah. Okay. These are just I wanted to give some background about why data and in the bigger umbrella for data engineering and data science where we are and why we need to learn ETL. That's just wanted to give the background. Now coming to specific to this course, what we are dealing with. Yeah, in this training we cover the cloud data integration, right? Informatica Cloud CDI, Informatica Cloud Data Integration Tool. That's what we will learn. We'll have every day 1 hour session. It's around 45 hours course, which includes labs also. We will provide the lab document. So you need to do hands-on. You need to practice it, right? So we'll provide that labs. We need to practice it also, and we will facilitate for the mock interviews. Maybe in some other courses where you take trainings, that they may not do all these things. We will do mock interviews to validate where you are, right? Before even appearing for the actual interviews, you should get comfortable with okay, what type of questions we get it. We'll help you over there, and we'll support for the placements also. As we have few connects with few organizations where uh, ETL or the CDI's profiles are required, we'll help on the placements also. We'll provide the job support also. Let's say if somebody is placed into an organization, let's say they initially they face some problem or they may not be able to cope up with the work, right? So we will support them in the beginning for some time so that you will get comfortable. And we also have an internship program that's a separate that will not be included as part of this training. Internship program that's like it's a minimum 4 to 5 months. It's like a project, real time project. We will give the requirement statements. You need to execute end to end. It's like you are involving into the live project. We have that program as well, but that's not part of this, right? And we also have a plan who are better performing. Yeah, we also have a hiring few people in under data springs. Yeah, this is the training about the training course plan details, right? And to learn this course, what are the prerequisites you should have? Yeah, basics of SQL. You should have at least to deal with the RDBMS data source. Yeah, you should have minimum, bare minimum. You have different multiple sources like XML, JSON, tab limited files, even data lake, Snowflake, data warehouse. There are so many source and target. But at least majorly what we deal with is the database. Yeah, we should at least have some basics of SQL, not to the very expert level. Yeah, some basic, at least writing some select statement, extracting the data, right? So we should have some basics of it. We should have laptop with this configuration, 8 GB RAM with good internet speed to do your lab setup. Okay. Yeah, this talks about yeah what we did from last 3 years, right? Yeah, we are doing this training from last 3 years, and we around groomed around 200 plus data engineers. We are able to assist to change few IT professional to change their career path into data engineering, even though they are working in different track or different area. So we were able to successfully we are able to convert them into as a data engineer. We placed around 70 plus. Yeah, maybe this is a bit old one. Yeah, even higher number. We placed so many people in multiple organizations. Yeah, we also delivered some corporate trainings also. Yeah,
Hey,
guys are working for various clients. Yeah, here are our students. Yeah, they are working for various clients. Can somebody mute them who are working?
Can everyone go on mute who are not talking? Thank you.
Yeah. What are the other courses we are planning to we are planning to come up with and we are going to deliver? So we do training on SQL, MDM. Yeah, many people know SAS MDM, CA. This is another one of the key component which is Informatica cloud based service, which is very important, and CDQ, right? In the Python programming, fundamentals of AI. Yeah, as an AI is picking up, yeah, we want to design a course on fundamentals of AI and building AI models. These are the courses we will come up with maybe in some time. Yeah, we deal with these courses also, right? And to know more about, yeah, on the data spring, yeah, this is the LinkedIn page, yeah, this is the LinkedIn link, and these are the contact number, this is the website. Yeah, yeah, of course. Anyways, we are there. Maybe as whatever the today you see the messages, right? Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, you can reach out us anytime. But yeah, these are all the various channels where you can reach us. Yeah, that's all about yeah, the training, the details which we wanted to share, and the background of it, and what is it, why we need to learn, and after learning, what type of opportunities we'll get it. Yeah. Now open for any questions from anyone. Yeah, we're happy to take and answer.
Yeah. Please raise your hands so that we can call out the name. I think Deepika have a question. Yeah, Deepika.
Yeah, yes, Deepika.
So there are multiple things, right, in Informatica like MDM, CDI, CA.
Yeah,
So as new to Informatica, can you suggest what can be taken first
yeah.
course?
Yeah, each are different areas. They are not, of course, whenever you are implementing any data management projects, you might use few of them or most of them, but it is not that, yeah, you need to learn this as a first, this is a second. So I don't think so. Any such this, I mean, prerequisite or you need to learn this first, then you need to. You can, yeah, of course, you can start with the CTL, whatever now we are talking about CDA, right? That is
Huh.
mostly on the data integration. That's the first thing you can learn. And then the second CI, right, which is application integration. That's more on the real time. How two applications will talk each other on the real time basis. That will be little bit more complex than CDA, right? That's as a second step you can take. And in the data quality, yeah, even that also maybe data quality and CDA both can be anyone you can start with. But compared to CDI and CDQ, which is a data quality, opportunities wise, CDI has a lot of opportunities. Okay. And of course, and MDM says, of course, MDM can be learned independently and which has its own demand for, data engineers.
Okay. So one more thing in ETL. So we are like extracting and transforming and loading the data. So when it comes to loading the data, it will be like batch wise or like it is CDC. Near real time, it would be transferring.
Yeah, whatever we deal with data extracting and loading in the CDI, mostly it will be considered 90% it will be considered as a batch data because
Okay.
we schedule the pipelines to run every X number of which could be minutes, hours, days, right? So
Huh.
it can't be uh, real time or even very near real time where data volume is huge. Let's say in 5 minutes, I need to handle 1 lakh records, for example, which will be not realistic, right? In 5 minutes, you need to handle whatever extract, do the transformation. If transformations are very, very complex, of course, it will take time. in 5 minutes you cannot handle this entire batch. Then you need to have at least maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, well gap. So we can achieve 90% is the batch. Maybe if the data volume is very less, we can achieve to some extent near real time. But real time it is not possible. To achieve the
Okay.
real time, CI is the service which we need to go for.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? Yeah, Kumaran, go ahead.
Hi, Srini sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we are performing ETL, right, using CDI.
Yeah.
So like, which database we will be like using RTD or RTD means
No,
SQL
any
Server.
that's right. So ETL deals with multiple different, different types of sources, different types of targets. One of that is RDBMS. In RDBMS, we have many, right? Like we
Yes,
have
yes,
MS SQL database, Oracle database, DB2 database, right? And Postgres, MySQL, they are different. It can
yes, sir.
be
In
any
our
source.
in our course, which we will be like using
Yeah, in our course, we mostly deal with Oracle database
Oracle.
because, yeah, Oracle. Because see, there are multiple sources. There are so many sources which are licensed. Even we will not be able to connect to them. Let's say, for example, I want to connect to Snowflake database, right? Which is licensed, we cannot. But the approach, the method remains same. There is no difference. Extracting data from Oracle database is very much similar to extracting data from MS SQL database, right? Conceptually, technically, the method is same. The only thing is the source is different. That's all.
The connector is different. You are
Yeah,
saying.
connector is different. Yes, that's all. But the data looks same. But when you are dealing with data source as a RDBMS or data as data source as an XML file, these two are totally different,
Okay, sir.
right? Even though finally the data what we extract might be same, let's say employee data, but the data which sits in the database is different. The data sits in the XML files is different. The format I'm saying. But finally, yeah, employee data, it's an employee data. So like that, depending upon the source from where we are extracting or the target where we are loading. So that is where we need to, we need to understand what are the different sources and different targets and how to deal with that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Jivitra have one question. Yeah, Jivitra, go ahead.
Uh, do you provide any overview of agile technology, agile framework
No,
to get a
see,
job?
no, we will not. Because Agile is project deliverable methodology, right? Okay, let's say we are trying to implement an ETL project. How that from beginning to till it goes to the production, how we deal with that? That's a project management tool that is not related to anything related to ETL or technical. We will not be covering that over here. Of course, if you are interested to know about it, yeah, we can talk separately. But yeah, as part of this course, that will not be covered.
Do we need any basics to get a job, Najal?
No, that is mostly on the agile is a who are playing as a scrum master, right? That's mostly on the scrum master role, who manages or who is taking care of the deliverables, who should be knowing how to maintain the Jira, what is the what is the epic, what is the task, what is the subtask, what is the story points, how to manage the sprint, what is the size of the sprint, what are the deliverables we need to manage in the sprint. That's all the project management activities which mostly taken care by the scrum master, which is a non-technical role. But what we are learning here is the purely technical. We are developers. We are playing a data engineer role, not a scrum master role. Of course, we need to know some basics of Jira, at least to update what we are working on daily basis. That's all we should know as a developer. We don't need to know how to create an epic in Jira, right?
Thank you, Chitra. Any other questions from anyone? Please feel free to unmute and talk.
Yeah, anything. Maybe, yeah, because it's a demo and overall, you need to understand the background, maybe why I need to learn, what is it. So maybe from that aspect, yeah, if you have any question. Anyways, of course, when we get into the training details, we'll go in detail and we'll understand the technical part of it. But yeah, I need to understand the background of it. Anything on Kumar, maybe Venkat?
Surendra, Ramya, Pavani, any questions? Paul?
No, but I don't have any questions. I'm good.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Srini, do we need to know Java or Python for this?
Yeah, to answer, no, 90% no. But of course, if you know, 10% I would say yes, because we have some Java transformation is there. One of the transformation we have Java. So that will be very rarely used. If you know, that's an added advantage. But is it mandatory to know? No. If you know, that's good. At least Java, not Python, at least Java.
Oh, okay, Srini. So how about SaaS since it is cloud? Do we have any SaaS concepts?
Whatever you are going to learn, it's a SaaS only.
Okay, fine.
You understand what is mean by SaaS, right? I hope you
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever we are learning is a SaaS.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we are using ETL or Informatica tool as a SaaS, software as a service. Whatever the power center they had in the on-prem, they put it onto the cloud. Now they are calling that as a SaaS. That
Okay,
is why
Srini, got
this
it.
demand is picking up in the market. Yeah.
Thanks, Venkat. Any other questions from anyone?
Hey, Srini.
Yeah, as you know.
Srini, like from for this training, like we are dealing with the data profiling and data quality also, or only CDI,
No,
data
data
integration?
profiling concept is different.
Yeah.
Data profiling is mostly deals with the data quality. That's what we talked about, right? CDQ, cloud data
Yes.
quality. That's a separate track.
Okay.
See, these are all the, see, now as you are beginner, yeah, you are learning one skill. But let's say down the line 4 or 5 years, okay, I am into 4 or 5 years into data engineering. Of course, you should be aware of all these skills, not to the expert level. ETL, yes, I know. Data quality, yes, I know. Dealing with master data management, yes, I know. How to integrate applications, yes, I know. So down the line, as your career experience goes, right, you should be knowing all these things. Otherwise, okay, after even 6 7 years experience also, no, I know only ETL means you are outdated. Earlier it was working out, maybe 10 years, 15 years back. But now, as your experience goes, you very within short time you should be aware of all these things which are related to which deals with the data majorly, right? Skill. You should be knowing.
So even architects, BA, so many people, right? They should know the end-to-end concepts, even if they
Yeah.
don't know technical, but they should know high level how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Srini.
Thanks, Jiva.
Subhash, you have any questions? Anything you want to understand more?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So Srini, just to
Yes.
start with CDI, right?
Yeah.
Do we need to know anything about this JSON, XMLs, and like
Yeah,
while
CDI.
working on transformations, right?
Yeah, of course. That's what I mentioned. As part of this training, we cannot, learn or deal with every source or target. There
Correct.
are, yeah, there are multiple sources. What in this training we will learn is how to deal with, how to extract from maybe one or two types of sources.
Hmm.
The method or technique remains same. I think we have one or two labs based on how we are going to extract on the, I think, flat file. How we will extract from database as a source. How we will extract data from as a flat file, CSV file. So,
Got it.
but yeah, let's say tomorrow you have an XML as a source or JSON as a source. Yes, we should be aware of it. Okay, how the JSON structure looks like, how XML structure looks like. But maybe yeah, I think it's a more readable. We can understand that that's not a, complex or we need to have a dedicated skill to understand because it's a file format. If you understand that format, yeah, every JSON file follows the same format. Then it's a only matter for us is what elements I need to extract the data for. That's all. As an ETL engineer, we should be aware of it. What is the syntax of JSON? Why they are following this syntax? How they are generating JSON file? What if the syntactically JSON file is wrong? We are not bothered about those things.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that is right. Actually, probably one of the labs exercise will help in roll out how to extract
Yeah,
all these things.
yeah, yeah,
And you'll be covering the differences between IICS and current IDMC platform, everything in
yeah,
the
yeah,
coming
yeah,
classes. Yeah,
yeah.
good. Okay,
We'll cover that.
perfect. Yeah, thanks, Trini. Looking forward.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Teja, you have something to ask?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Before knowing about this, what are all the basic compounds or we call like background concept we should be knowing?
yeah. That's what in one of the slide I mentioned. Yeah, we have some basics of SQL, especially how to deal with the RDBMS, right? Extracting, querying the data. Especially, we don't need to do any insert updates, but at least we should be aware of it. How to write select statement. Yeah, that's a basic of and dealing with RDBMS as a data source. Of course, when it comes to deal with different source of data, yeah, we will cover that. What are the different types, possible types of source and targets? But we cannot learn each and everything in this training. But that, yeah, when that opportunity comes up, yeah, we should be learning more. But I don't think so. You need to spend more time during that time because you already know the methodology. You already know the approach how to extract. That time it's matter of okay, understanding this is the source. How can what connector or what type of logic I need to put to extract the data from. That's all you should know at that time.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Any other questions before we wind off?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Even longer time stop
Thank you
sharing.
so much for taking time today. Okay, so we'll share the recording and probably we'll start the course in another 3 to 4 days. Just update us, yeah, once you confirm your enrollment so that we'll start the training in a week time. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great evening, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Srini.
you.
Thank you, Pratap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.